So we spent the past number of days in the North hearing from people, and we wanted to hear from people as they were impacted by the fact that the cost of everything is going up. And on top of that, interest rates are going up. And what we heard from people is they're feeling squeezed. It's getting harder and harder to buy groceries, to put food on the table, to put gas in their tanks. And what we've been calling for is, if the only solution to the cost of living going up and inflation squeezing people is the Bank of Canada to increase interest rates, that's just going to make life even harder for people. So we've been calling on this government, Justin Trudeau, to do something to help people out in this time. And the response from the Liberal government, from Justin Trudeau, has been, it's not our fault, or it's worse in other countries. Neither of those responses helps a family that is hurting right now because the cost of living is going up. None of those responses make it easier for someone who's feeling squeezed with inflation. So we fought hard and have been demanding since the spring that the Liberal government step up and give people some respect, the dignity to be able to afford their own groceries. And we have won. We have forced this government to deliver three things. Each of these items would not have happened but for the fact that we forced the government to deliver on this respect for people. We're putting money back in people's pockets by doubling the GST tax credit. That's going to put about $600 in the pockets of nearly 12 million Canadians. We're putting money back into Canadians' pockets who are feeling the squeeze with the rents going up by increasing the Canadian housing benefit. And we're delivering on what we forced this government to do, dental care, starting with kids under 12. Families will receive money in their pockets. A check will be sent out to them to cover the cost of going to see a dentist. This is real support for families. While Pierre Poilievre has talked about cutting investments, cutting government spending, which would cut investments into things like public transit, which would hurt workers like the workers that I just met here in Alstom, workers who depend on investments being made into public transit because we know we need better public transit. So there's good jobs that workers can actually go to work and build the infrastructure and build the public transit that we need. Pierre would cut those jobs. Pierre would cut healthcare at a time when we know we need to invest in healthcare, make sure we've got a strong healthcare that's there for people when they need it. So New Democrats have shown the way that we have forced this government to deliver for Canadians. While Liberals were out of touch, and while the Conservatives want to cut, we want to invest in people, put more money back in your pockets, and take care of people with the respect and dignity that they deserve.